everybody.
Hi guys.
Mr. and Mrs. Traveler here.
El Cosplay.
Yeah, it is. This week is totally Viewers Week here.
It's all about you this week.
We've gotten so many great questions this week that Mr. Traveler and I were talking earlier today. I said we just need to do Viewer Week this week.
Yay! The whole entire week will be dedicated to our subscribers.
So our Tuesday and Thursday video is all about you. It's all your questions.
That is so awesome. I love our subscribers. They deserve it.
Yes, yes. We have some topics that we had on the back burner. We're going to put them on the back burner some more because we want to get to your questions.
Yes.
So anyway, guys, let's get right to it. We got some great questions.
Yeah.
First of all, we'd like to start off by saying we put the post on the Facebook, whatever, but they had the big announcement from Carnival that they're going to have their brand new ship, the Panorama, is going to be stationed on the West Coast in Long Beach, and they're going to do a multi-million-dollar renovation over there.
Wow.
They're going to put a port over in Ensenada, over on that side, so the Carnival is really putting a lot of investment over there, which is not only great for the cruising community, but it's also great for the local economy too. We
have done a West Coast cruise, but we just didn't film it because this was before our channel started.
Yes, indeed. But it was absolutely fun. We went to Puerto Vallarta, went to Cabo San Lucas, and we went to Mazatlan.
Yes, we did.
And I don't think they're going to Mazatlan so much anymore, which is it's a shame. I enjoyed myself. We got some really good food there.
Yes, and the water was beautiful.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, absolutely. And so they're bringing a brand new ship there. They're going to be doing multi-million-dollar enhancements to the Long Beach Pier, and also making a port in Ensenada, which is really going to be awesome. So not only great for the cruising community, but also great for the local economy. It means jobs.
It does. It means more jobs and more cruising for us.
Yes, indeed. And it's been a while since we did it. Well, we've been on West Coast cruises, but it's prior to Mr. Traveler days.
Yes,
so it's been a while.
We've been that way, but we just didn't film it.
Yeah, we did. We've been to Puerto Vallarta, Cabo, and Mazatlan.
Mazatlan,
yes. They're beautiful, and they don't go to Mazatlan so much anymore. But the other ports, they definitely do. But great cruise, beautiful. Whale watching over there.
It's breathtaking.
Yeah, really, really beautiful. Really enjoyed California.
It's really pretty there.
So we flew in to LA a couple days early and just did the whole LA thing. You know, saw the Walk of Fame, Hollywood Boulevard, went to Rodeo Drive.
That was so much fun.
Went up in the mountains, went to Santa Monica Pier. Did a lot of stuff in a couple days.
Very pretty. Very pretty over there.
When you hang with Mr. Traveler, you don't get a lot of rest.
No, I don't sleep. I still don't sleep.
I try to see as much as I can.
Me too. It's fun.
So anyway, good job, Carnival. We appreciate the investment.
Good job, Carnival.
Anyway, let's get right to it.
Let's get started.
All right. Got some great questions for you this week.
Good.
This first one comes from our buddy old Randy Cass.
Hey, Randy. How you doing?
Randy's one of our longtime subscribers. He's always on our live feeds. He's a customer, everything.
We go way back.
He's always on our live videos. He's booked cruises with us. We go way back.
He supports us so much on every single video. Thank you, Randy.
Yes, indeed. So, Randy's question is, he says, good morning. How are you doing today?
Good morning.
I have 8 questions for you about Half Moon Cay.
Okay.
What can we do there? Can you talk about it on your YouTube channel? Thanks. Have a great day. How's Elle doing? Thanks again.
I'm okay. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. I'm doing better, Randy. Thank you so much.
Excellent. First of all, Half Moon Cay is our
favorite.
Yes.
Port.
Yes, we love Half Moon Cay. It's our favorite private cruise line destination.
Yes.
It is absolutely beautiful. Take a look at the picture. Look at that water. It's some of the prettiest water I have ever seen. It's beautiful. The beach is beautiful. The water is beautiful. So what can you do there? Just without spending a dime, you can have an awesome beach day.
Yes, and barbecue.
Yeah, Carnival comes down. They put on a big barbecue. They got a nice building out there. They bring the DJs out from the ship.
It's so much fun. It's my favorite.
So they have like a beach party with volleyball down there.
Yep.
If you want to be a little bit quieter, you can walk a little bit further down the beach. You can kind of still hear if you want to, or you can keep going and make it really quiet.
So either you can be private, or you can be with everybody else.
Yeah.
Where everybody else is, it's your choice. I love it there.
Absolutely. It's an awesome place. You're very fortunate to be going there. I love it.
I'm jealous.
It's been a minute since we've been there too.
Yes, I'm jealous.
Horseback riding.
Everything.
Bikes. snorkeling,
water toys.
Yeah, I think I believe they have the jet ski. They have kayaking.
They have a lot.
They have water parks for the kids. Well, big kids and kids, I guess.
Big kids, little kids.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like a full packed day there. It's so much to do.
It's a lot to do. Even if you don't do anything, if you don't really get in the water, you can still chill out and have the barbecue and just relax. There's beach chairs there. You don't have to worry about that. But make sure you bring a beach towel.
Yeah, absolutely. Great question, Randy. You're going to enjoy it. Anybody out there, if you can get a Carnival cruise going to there, I recommend it.
It's hands down. It's our favorite.
It's a Mr. and Mrs. Traveler recommendation. Stamp.
It's our stamp.
Thanks, Randy. All right, next question comes from Melissa Keller.
Hi, Melissa. How are you?
Hey, Melissa. Melissa is a first-time cruiser. She wants to know, Mr. and Mrs. Traveler. I have a question about Carnival and nobody seems to know.
Okay, hopefully we can help you.
So maybe y'all can help. If I purchase liquor from Carnival pre-cruise, when will it be delivered to my room? And second, can I bring a flask to carry some of my said liquor around so I can add it to my Cokes? Thank you. I'm a first-time cruiser and y'all's videos have been very helpful. Thank
you so much, Melissa. We appreciate your question.
Thank you, Melissa. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news for you. Carnival is not going to allow you to have liquor on there.
Nope.
You may be able to bring your flask in empty, you know, and
yeah, they're gonna really check it.
Yeah. And so even if you take it off the port, say if you go to port and come back on, they're gonna check that out.
They're gonna take it.
If you buy liquor on the ship, and I'm not familiar with the pre-cruise thing that you're talking about, maybe you might be able to do a duty-free thing ahead of time. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But what I'm 100% sure of is Carnival is not going to deliver any liquor that you buy bottle form to your stateroom. If you buy any liquor on the ship, if you buy any liquor on the port, come back in the ship, they're going to hold your bottle for you. And typically they deliver it to your stateroom the night before you get off the ship, like after like 8, 9 o'clock at night, something like that.
Yes, the day before you disembark.
Yes. So, because that's like the big part of their revenue is selling drinks on the ship, right?
That's how they make their money.
Yeah. So I'm sure that there are other little sites and tips and trick places out here that show you how to do those kind of things.
Well, we're not mentioning it.
You know, there's part of the reason why I think they use it more of an excuse to charge you for the waters and things like that. But it's part of the reason why you can't bring waters anymore, because there was a way to bring clear liquor like vodka and gin and stuff like that into water bottles without breaking the seal, or how to reseal it.
Yeah, they cut all that out.
So that's why they don't allow you to bring the water on anymore. But like I said, that's the excuse they use, because the other excuse is now they can upcharge you the water. But Carnival isn't that bad on their water prices as other cruise lines are.
Yeah, it's really cheap.
So sorry to tell you that you're not going to be able to do anything with your rooms. And please be careful when you go out on the ports. We've seen too many times where people go to
Senior Frogs
or another one of those places, and like we've literally had to help people back on the ship because they couldn't even find their way around.
We picked them up off the ground.
So
because they almost missed the ship. They get so heavily wasted.
So party responsibly.
Yeah, drink responsibly.
Just budget some money for your beverages.
Yep.
That's the best thing I can tell you.
Yeah, that's the best way you want to do it. Just take some money out, spend it there, you'll be fine.
Thank you for the question.
Thank you so much, Melissa.
Our next question comes from Budward Bowen.
Hi, Budward. How are you?
Hey, BB.
Cool name.
Good afternoon. Got a question for you.
Good afternoon.
Tell us about the difference in muster drills, please. I mean, outside versus inside. Right. Well, that's a great question with muster drills.
Excellent question.
So, for those of you who don't know, our first-time cruisers, muster drills are the safety briefing that you have to go through on every sea vessel that you go on. Doesn't matter if you've been on the ship 100 times. Every voyage, even if you did a back-to-back cruise and never got off the ship, you would still have to do that muster drill that next day. And what it is, it just shows you what to do in the case of emergency, where you're going to meet at, where your lifeboat is at, and the steps that you need to take for you, your family. It tells you about the children and everything.
They're all good. It's safety precautions.
Yeah. So it is for safety reasons. It's definitely not my most favorite thing to do.
It's nobody's favorite thing to do.
Especially after you've been on many cruises. You're like, because
it becomes redundant.
Yeah, you're just starting to have fun, and you're like, ooh, we got here on the boat.
And now we have to go stand in line.
Everything shuts down. You gotta go. So the difference between them, and you know, it kind of just depends on where you're at on the ship. It's kind of luck of the draw thing. Some of the ships that you go, you will have to stand on deck, lined up, out on the some of the main decks. In
the sun, in the heat.
On decks 4 or 5, and you got to stand there in a perfect row.
You have to be quiet.
You cannot use your electronics.
No. You have to listen.
And you have to listen to the announcements and everything. And it can take 15 minutes to half an hour, I would say.
Yeah.
For most of them.
If we're going really far, it's up to a half hour sometimes because they have to read it in different languages.
Yeah, absolutely. So
I think they pick randomly if you sit inside versus out.
It just it depends on the ship. Like we've noticed some of the bigger, newer ships, we've been getting the muster station, and I think they're trying to go this way now, more and more, where they're making muster stations inside venues so that you can be more comfortable. So even if you're not sitting down, at least you're standing on carpet or something and not the hard deck because you're, you know. So I think that's kind of the trend that they're going to.
That's good. That's been working out too. Yeah.
So, you know, then I would say you have a better odds of being on the inside for the muster drill on a newer, bigger ship. Some of the older ships have been around for a while. They still have all the muster stations on the outer decks. Sure. And you have to stand there. So that's our take on it, but they are important. At least you don't have to bring your. We used to back in the day. You used to have to bring your life vest with you.
You have to wear the life jacket and carry it. And it's heavy.
Yeah, for our veteran cruisers, you know what we're talking about. You said to carry that thing with
cruisers. Comment below and let us know if you had to wear that life jacket before during a mustard drill, and it's not mustard drill like ketchup and mustard. Is mustard.
That's what I would say, the ketchup and mustard drill.
Well, we call it the ketchup and mustard drill.
Thank you. Great question.
Great question. Thank you.
Our last question for today comes from Deborah Carter.
Hi, Deborah. How are you?
Hi, Deborah. And she was. This was a question posed around our passport video about things that you have to do with getting a passport.
Okay.
And she was asking, where do you find the list of different types of felonies, and what are they? Things that will prevent you from getting a passport.
All right.
You can look on a few legal sites on there, but basically, in a nutshell, if you have an outstanding warrant, you're going to have an issue getting a passport.
Yes, you will not get past the admissions.
When you submit your passport and you have your information on there, your passport is up to a review by the Department of State. And I don't want to say a blanket statement that everybody who's had some kind of you know, let's say a drug thing, some kind of a drug charge. I'm not going to make a blanket statement to say everybody who's had a drug charge will get denied a passport, because that may or may not be true. It probably has a different weight when the people review the applications.
Yeah, I think so.
Or if you're currently in court and they deem that you might be a flight risk,
you will not get a passport.
Yeah.
We know that for sure.
Yeah. And so probably the bigger issue, it's good for cruising, but if you want to do something else like visiting some of these other countries, you know, Europe or, you know, pretty much a lot of places in the world where you need a visa, that's when you're going to have a problem, because passport, what the passport does, the passport says that the United States is giving you permission to leave the country.
Right.
Visa says that country is willing to allow you into its borders. So when they review that, they say, wait a minute, we don't necessarily want them in our country.
They can see your pass.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, the visas are much more extensive.
Yeah, they are.
So I hope that answers your question. The majority of people are okay. It's very broad, because it's kind of up to
the government.
Yeah, it's kind of up to their discretion on that.
So it's really not a list. You just have to.
Yeah, they do have some lists out there of things, but it's not a blanket statement. Again, they don't treat everybody the same.
They don't put all the eggs in the basket.
True.
Everybody's unique and different.
Anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed part 1 of our video.
Yes, this is part 1. Stay tuned for part 2.
Part 2 coming up on Thursday, y'all.
Yes, thank you so much for watching today. We really appreciate you guys, and we're going to put the spotlight on you this week.
Like, sure.
Have fun.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.